I cut for myself. I actually have a barbershop. It's called Haircutz Grooming Studio. I cut by myself, and I've been there in Baton Rouge for about 7 years. So growing up in the area in Alexandria, I had it pretty good. I grew up with a single mother. She raised me very well, and I definitely just love my community here. I got into cutting hair. I started at UL when I was 17. I moved to Lafayette, and I started cutting my own hair in school to save money. Some of my friends, they thought that I was actually going to the barbershop to get my hair cut. And so I ended up cutting their hair when they started asking me if I could touch them up. For me, it means the world to me because I see kids, they get bullied when they're younger, going back to school, going back to school. I think that the kids, they need that self-esteem boost that you get from having a fresh haircut when you go to school. And I just believe it means everything to the kids. UrbanCast has been wonderful. I actually follow them on Facebook. UrbanCast, they go around to the community, shedding light on events that probably not normally covered by news stations. And UrbanCast, it just covers everything. You go on the page, you can see everything going on in Alexandria from UrbanCast. It's just so informational and just great for the community in general. I believe it's important to pursue your career and your goals in life. I believe it's important to zero in when you know you have a talent in something, to take your time, hone it, and then when you have the time to give back, it's always great to give back when you can. There's a lot of young men that grow up without fathers in the home, and I believe anyone that's showing them an example of a hardworking and focused individual can be a great father figure. And we need more men in the community to step up so that we can have more father figures around and to show the children great examples and to lead them. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at cool_cuts. I do what I do because I love it. I love being a barber in a general sense. I've always loved cutting hair. Something about watching the blend, the gradient of hair as it fades from having no hair to having hair on the top of the head. And it's just something that, in general, I've always loved to do. I'm into the tools. I'm always up to date with the gadgets and everything. So it's just something that I love and something I always want to do. As long as I'm living, I'm going to be cutting hair.
The reason we do this back to school event and community clubs is because a young man by the name of Chris had this vision. He watches the True Vine services online, and his mother and family members are members of this church. And he reached out to me and said, how about we do some back to school cut? And that's how this whole thing became about. And we're so into individuals. And my job is to sew into Mr. Cool Cut, Greg. So, from Uncle Will, I designed the case just for you.
Thank you.
So, you have a spot for all it's a mobile table.
Whoa. Oh, wow.
You also have your Bose speaker system in there.
Okay. That's really nice.
You have a spot for all your clippers and accessories.
Okay.
So it's on wheels, so it actually rolls once you fold up.
Okay.
And I do have my welder coming earlier. The goal is for it to be on legs, so it'll be your mobile table that you work from.
We have barbers that's come through every year, and this is the 3rd year, and I'm just happy to have y'all to come through. Thank y'all so much.
I get your whole briefcase, man.
I cut at Meticulous Cuts on Coliseum Boulevard, 4508 Coliseum Boulevard. I cut Monday through Saturday, so show up.
Glad to have y'all with us today. We got our youngster right here. He finna go to Brain and turn up this shit. You heard me?
What's your name?
Trey the Barber.
Where do you cut?
Humble Styles in Alexandria on South MacArthur.
Okay. Talk a little about what you're doing when you do your technique. What do you think about?
Well, honestly, what I do, man, I just cut. You know what I mean? This is just my gift. This is just what I'm good at. As far as the community, I do my part and what I can to give back. You know, we all come from the same area, from the same place. So I just like to do my part and give back.
My name is McKelvin Simmons, and I like to cut hair because a haircut is a man's makeover. It changes your whole look, personality, everything, and you get a haircut. So, you know, that's why I like cutting hair. It changes people, and I just love it, you know.
We know that back-to-school haircuts and just haircuts and hygiene in general builds a person's self-esteem. And our goal is to make sure that they enter the first day back to school feeling confident and secure in who they are as individuals. When a person look in the mirror, if they don't feel good about themselves, or they are being bullied or talked about, it just lessens one thing that a child has to worry about. UrbanCast, our goal is to make sure that we tell the unfiltered truth about things that happen in the community, good as well as some negative things that happen in the community. You know, our goal is to make sure that people are aware, because if we're not aware of situations, how can we address the problems that truly facing our community? The churches, we have a very important role to play, not only for reaching out for people inside the church, but our goal is to go outside the walls of the church and to minister to the community.
Is that what True Vine does?
That's our ultimate goal, is to love, serve, and teach the Word of God. And we hope to be Alexandria Community Church. It's very important that we build relationships with one another, that we rely on that our brothers and sisters to make sure that we hold each other accountable. Sometimes it's just good to have somebody that's of like mind that you can talk to. I just thank you all for participating in this year's community back to school haircuts. We look forward to continuing this program. We look forward to having more sponsors in the future and more barbers in the future.